Hi, it's Megan. I have been obsessed lately with finding the perfect nude lip. Well, actually it's been like 6 months or so. And I have very pigmented lips, so it kind of hasn't happened yet. Maybe it has, maybe it hasn't. I've really gotten so close I may have found it, but I'm now starting to get obsessed with finding the perfect red lip. Why? Well, red and nude have two basic things in common. One is that the colors are they're universal. They can be worn any season, and I live in Southern California, so it can be really tough when it's January here and it's 90 degrees and I'm looking in the magazines and they're pushing plum lipstick and all this heavy winter clothes, and I'm like, it's just not happening in the 90-degree weather. So nudes you can do pretty much with anything, but on my complexion with my pigmented lips I need something else going on in the rest of my face. Reds, on the other hand, are almost no work. I need very little other makeup when I wear a red, but yet it pretty much goes with everything. And someone once in a Sephora told me the concept of a wearable red, and I was thinking, what does that mean? So some reds are so bold, they really require a statement, right? It's evening, or it's in your face. And there are those reds that just aren't that in your face. They're just completely wearable. And they work all the time. I actually very often will put on a red or another bright after my yoga class when I run errands, because my yoga class is super sweaty and so I have almost no makeup on, but I don't like walking around like that. But it still makes it possible for me to run my errands and not waste the time going home first to shower and all that. So that was a really long preamble, which I usually don't do. A really long introduction to our Lipstick Queen lipstick review. And I actually have 3 reds for this review, but I've done video reviews for 2 of them already, so I'm just going to show you how they compare to the Lipstick Queen Scarlet Red. It's this one of the Center lines, which are 90% pigment, and the Saints are 10% pigment, but same colors. But I just wanted to show some of the other Lipstick Queen reds that I have in comparison to this one. So, Lipstick Queen Center lipstick in Scarlet Red. So when we look at Center, according to Lipstick Queen, this is 0.12 ounce, which is about average for a lipstick, and it's $22. And according to Poppy King, who's the founder of Lipstick Queen, who wears a lot of red, in fact, I think every picture I've ever seen of her always has her in a red lipstick. She said, I wanted to create the exact type of vintage glamour I was looking for in a lipstick, but with modern touches. Then the site says, Poppy designed Centers to be the ultimate full coverage matte lipstick with 90% pigment. And the Center formula takes creaminess to a new level. So I love mattes. I just think, especially with a bold color like red, they're so flattering. They're a little retro sometimes, but they're so classic also. And red to me is a classic look anyway, so I'm like a sucker for this. And then it says each shade has been meticulously designed to the ultimate category, lighting up your face and your mood. And Estee Lauder had written something in her biography, which I quote over and over again, saying that when women come out of like a bad period, the first thing that they tend to buy is lipstick, and very often a bright lipstick, which is why that brand always gives out lipstick in their gifts, and very often a bright one. And I think red does the same thing. It kind of lightens my mood. It makes me smile. So what do I say? Moisturizing, fragrance-free, long-lasting. So Scarlet Red is a rich blue-based red according to the website. And I like Lipstick Queen for a couple reasons. They have the sheer, the semi-sheer, and then this is the matte formula. But I find that the brand has lipsticks that last longer on me, including the sheer, even the sheer, more so the semi-sheer and the matte. So I will get a good 3-4 hours out of this particular lipstick, which is a long time for me. And even the semi-sheers, those will last a good 2, sometimes 3 or over with a slight bit of staining. And I do get a slight bit of staining with these, by the way, which is unusual for me. And I've started playing around with, and we'll do a separate video for these nude liners. And so I'm just going to do a quick pitch for this. This is the Lipstick Queen one, and what I like about this one, besides the fact that it's a great formula, is that it's twist. Part of the reason I am too lazy to use lip liners, which make my lipstick last longer, is because I just always forget to take them out of my bag and sharpen them again. So anyway, but this makes it easier if you use an invisible liner, I'm finding, to actually apply the red accurately, and it gives you a little bit longer life, which is always a nice thing. and it matches where reds can be hard to match. So this is the lipstick. It comes in like this, I don't know, squishy feeling metal case. It's metal, but it's got kind of like a squishy feel to it. And it reminds me a little bit of the NARS texture, but different shape. This is the lipstick. And this is it on my wrist. And we're gonna leave that in the middle, and I'm gonna put the other two here. I actually was a sucker for red, and you're gonna start seeing a lot more reds on my blog. I was a sucker for the Lipstick Queen Red, which I'm gonna show you. It's the same center formula. I actually prefer the Scarlet Red. It's a little bit more pink looking to me, just a tiny, tiny bit. But I just think with my complexion, it is a better color. I just really like it. So you can see, I get really even application. This will last a good 3-4, a little bit over hours because of the staining. It wears very evenly, and it does give you that opaque matte look. So I'm going to take it off, and I'm going to do the next one, which is going to be also the thinner. So thinners, they come in these black cases. And my battery lights start flashing. Go figure, right? So I'm going to do this somewhat fast. And I apply it on camera because I've learned that way people can see the impact on my lips. So you can see they're very close. This is the Scarlet and this is just the red. And according to Lipstick Queen, the red is a true red with a mix of blue and yellow to keep it a true red. And to me, the blue and yellow looks a little bit more orange-ish, just a little bit more pink. But it gives a very similar look, just a slight difference in the undertone. So I really do like this. And again, I'm gonna get the same kind of coverage. I'm not gonna make it perfect because my battery light's flashing. And I wanna make sure I finish this video before the camera dies. But again, a beautiful, stunning, I was really in love with this lipstick, and I still am. I just slightly prefer the Scarlet Red, but it's really more an undertone choice. The formula in both cases wears beautifully, wears evenly. I don't get fading in here. I don't get fading on my top upper lip, which sometimes happens. And it just wears, looks so beautiful as it wears. Slight staining, which is a good thing with reds because it looks better when it wears, in my opinion. And the last one, to keep it fun, is Medieval, which is also 0.12 ounces, also $22, and it's a sheer sexy hint of flattering red. This is it. Look how different that is. It's a very sheer. This one I also get good coverage. I actually prefer this one with the, I'm learning that the sheer lip pencils actually make a bigger difference with the sheer lipsticks on my lips than on any other, even the reds. And so I'll get a little bit more even coverage on the top lip, but I still get pretty good coverage on the top lip. So there it is right there. And this really is a true red. It very much aligns with these other two. Color-wise. I'm seeing some weird flashes going on with my lighting. But according to Lipstick Queen, Medieval is a red that flatters all complexions, impossible to detect as anything other than a sensual melancholic hue. And they say that during medieval times, when lipstick was considered a sin, women used the natural acidity of lemons to bring forth a natural blood red stain on their lips. And so this look is recreated to give you a tint. It's purely vitamin E and pigment, making it silky to wear and divinely transparent. They also say it makes your skin look flawless, which is kind of cool. And they say it's it's a red that anyone can wear. I think it's a great starter red for someone who's not comfortable with red. And it really does have more a feel of a balm. These are very moisturizing for me. The Lipstick Queen formula is also something I like just because of the way it feels on my lips. It's kind of a lighter but full coverage, which is an odd combination. These are very moisturizing as well on my lips, although I do not have a dry lip problem. And I have to say Medieval is my least favorite of the three, even though it's the most natural looking. It's not that I don't like it, I do. I like how it just gives that kind of sheer wash. But I just love the other reds so much, and I think if you're going to go with red, you may as well go all the way. But for those looking for something a little bit more natural looking, or kind of a starter red, I think this is just really amazing. And you can build it up a little to get a little bit more color. What I also did is I put on my eyes the Urban Decay Moon Dust eyeshadow in Space Cowboy, and then I did a neutral blush. It's actually Cheeky by Chanel, which is almost like a brown gold bronze, because I wanted to keep the rest of my look neutral because I like that better with red. I find that it makes red just kind of more wearable both spring, summer, fall, whatever, or any time of the year, because you don't look overdone. You just look very classic and natural and beautiful. So I think that's it. My battery is going to die, so I'm going to end this video. But of these, Scarlet Red is an A++, the red is an A+, and the Medieval is probably an A. I can't recommend them enough if you like reds. And I'm going to be doing more red videos, I vow. Please subscribe. And on YouTube I also have a novel called Masks, which is about makeup and the masks we wear, and I'll put a link to that in the description. I'm putting it on YouTube chapter by chapter, and that's it. Thanks.